Good morning, guys. It is Friday. It is Good Friday. I wanted to wish you a Good Friday. Sounds kind of redundant, but Guinness and I are here. He's sleeping. He's had an active morning. I hope that you guys are getting outside and enjoying the sunshine. It's a little cold, but you know what? It's really nice out. So anyway, I'm going to read to you the first Bible stories. Now, this again is one of my daughters. I'm running low on some books because I don't have any little kids in the house. So if you have any suggestions, I might run over to the neighbor's house and get some books for you all. I love reading to you all. I hope you do listen. Again, this is my daughter Madeline's. She's home from college. She got home yesterday, so I'm excited to have her home. A little bit of my life. Guinness, yeah, he's been a bad boy lately, running out of the yard. So, and as a matter of fact, he's 12, so he still does run. But he's a little squirt. So anyway, this is a first Bible stories. It is illustrated by Jane Swift and adapted by Stuart Branch. So here we go. I'm going to read to you God's promise to Abraham. Over many, many years, Noah's children and grandchildren spread far across the earth. Once more, people began to forget him. So God chose someone he could rely on to be a special leader and a good example for everyone. This man was called Abraham, and his wife was called Sarah. One night, God led Abraham outside. "Look at the stars," God told Abraham. "If you obey me and do what is right, I will give you a big family with as many children and grandchildren as the stars in the sky." Then God asked Abraham to gather his family together and move to a new land far away. There's a lot of stars, so a lot of kids. Abraham trusted God and did as he was asked. He packed up his belongings and set off. Many years later, Abraham and his family reached the new land, and there God's promise started to come true. Abraham and Sarah had a baby boy. They named him Isaac, and the great family of Abraham had begun. All right, how about I will read to you a baby called Moses. Long after Joseph and his brothers had died, their families continued to live in Egypt. They were often called Israelites, but a cruel king made them slaves and forced them to build great cities. One day the king decided there were too many Israelites, and he ordered them that all their baby boys should be thrown into the river. One mother had a baby called Moses. She kept him safely hidden for 3 months. Then she made a basket of reeds, put Moses inside, and sent him down the river Nile. Her daughter Miriam stayed to see what would happen. Soon, one of the king's daughters came to bathe in the river. She saw the basket and Moses. "This baby shall be my son," she said. Miriam stepped forward. She said she knew someone who could look after the baby until the boy was old enough to live in the palace. So the princess agreed, and Miriam ran to fetch her mother, who took her baby home. Later, Moses moved into the king's palace, but he felt he didn't belong there. He wanted to be with his own people, the people of Israel. I don't know if Guinness is enjoying the book. Here's some of God's rules. In time, Moses led the people through the desert to a big mountain. When they arrived, thunder roared and lightning flashed and the ground shook. God spoke to Moses, and then Moses spoke to the people. God has given us 10 rules that we must follow. They will help us to live together, said Moses. These are the rules. Number 1, we must worship only God. Number 2, nothing is to take his place. Number 3, we must not misuse God's name. Number 4, the 7th day of the week is for rest and prayer. That was Guinness. He got afraid because one of the books fell. Number 5, we must respect our mothers and fathers. Number 6, plus 1, we must not kill. Number 7, 5 plus 2. Husbands and wives must keep their love for one another. 8. 5 and 3. No stealing. Number 9, 5 and 4. No lying. Number 10, 5, 5. We must not be jealous of what belongs to other people. I like that. How about one more story? How about Jonah and the big fish? I think we have that book in the room. Some years later, God spoke to a man called Jonah. The people of Nineveh are doing wicked things, God said. Go and tell them to stop. But Jonah was frightened and ran away. Jonah ran to the ship. He climbed aboard and fell fast asleep. God was angry with Jonah for not doing what he had asked, and he made the wind blow. Big waves tossed the ship about. The crew was terrified. It's my fault, Jonah cried. Throw me into the sea and the storm will stop. So the captain agreed, and as Jonah hit the water, the sea became calm. Down, down, down Jonah sank. But God didn't let Jonah drown. He sent a great big fish to gobble him up. Gulp. It was dark and slippery and slimy inside the fish. But at least Jonah was alive. Thank you, God, for saving my life, he said. Set me free and I will do as you ask. After 3 days, the fish spat him out onto a beach. Jonah set out immediately for Nineveh. God is going to punish you, he warned everyone in the town. Then, to Jonah's surprise, the people of Nineveh listened to him and stopped being wicked. They were kind to one another. Jonah went and sat in the sun. I thought you were going to punish those people, he said to God. And God said, I love everyone, and even the people of Nineveh. Now, isn't that a good thing? And Jonah knew that God was right. The end. All right, guys, you know what? Thanks for listening to my story again. Let me know if it was good, not so good, or bad. So anyway, have a great Holy Weekend coming up. Enjoy Mass on Sunday. They have it live streaming everywhere. And anyway, get a chance to go outside and play, hang with your family, and stay safe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.